Klopp becomes longest-serving Premier League boss after Dyche sacking. Jurgen Klopp's 7-year spell at Liverpool is the longest reign of any current Premier League manager following Sean Dyche's surprise sacking by Burnley on Friday. Dyche had been the longest-serving manager in the top flight before a tenure that began in October 2012 ended after 3,451 days at Turf Moor following a dire run of results that has left the third-placed Clarets 4 points from safety. Klopp arrived at Anfield 3 years later and has spent 2,381 days in the job, guiding the club to their first Premier League title in 30 years in 2020, a year after they won the Champions League. His predecessor at Anfield, Brendan Rodgers, is fifth on the current list thanks to a stint at Leicester that reached its 3-year anniversary on February 27. Familiar rival Pep Guardiola is in charge of a Manchester City side who are a point ahead of Liverpool in a thrilling title race, but the Spaniard has served almost 300 days fewer than Klopp, having taken over in July 2016. Brentford's Thomas Frank and Southampton's Supremo Ralph Hasenhüttl are between Guardiola and Rodgers on the long service list. Klopp is likely to catch up next season with the records reached by Alan Kirbishley at Charlton, Harry Redknapp at West Ham and Joe Kinnear at Wimbledon. By that time, the German could have more trophies to his name ahead of semi-finals in the FA Cup and Champions League and a tantalizing run into the Premier League campaign. The 54-year-old remains at least a decade behind all-time leader Arsene Wenger of Arsenal and Manchester United icon Sir Alex Ferguson. Despite Burnley's difficulties, Dyche had looked set to continue his impressive run after signing a new contract until the summer of 2025 in September. A sequence of 4 wins all season, including 5 losses in their last 7 games and defeat to bottom side Norwich in their most recent match, made chairman Alan Pace sacked. Firstly, we would like to place on record our sincere thanks to Sean and his staff for their achievements at the club over the last decade, Pace said. During his time at Turf Moor, Sean has been a credit both on and off the pitch, respected by players, staff, supporters, and the wider football community. However, results this season have been disappointing and, while this was an incredibly difficult decision, with 8 crucial games of the campaign remaining, we feel a change is needed to give the squad the best possible chance of retaining its Premier League status. Club captain Ben Mee, under-23s coaches Mike Jackson and Connor King and academy director Paul Jenkins will form the managerial team when Burnley visit West Ham on Sunday. Dyche guided Burnley to promotion for the second time during his stay, when they immediately recovered from relegation by returning from the Championship in 2016. A highest-ever Premier League finish followed in 2018, earning Europa League football by finishing 7th. The 50-year-old oversaw 425 games including 258 in the Premier League, the 7th most by a manager at a single club. Xisco Munoz, Steve Bruce, Nuno Espirito Santo, Daniel Farke, Dean Smith, Solskjaer, Rafa Benitez, Claudio Ranieri and Marcelo Bielsa have also lost Premier League jobs this season. Bookmakers Betfair have named Sam Allardyce as the early favourite to succeed Dyche. Former Newcastle and Crystal Palace manager Alan Pardew and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who was axed by Manchester United in November, are also said to be in the running.